What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here. We're back to the next Duel Links video. Today, there's a new event that is live for everyone on Duel Links. Bonz has appeared in the Duel world. Of course, this is actually an unlockable character now. We can actually unlock Bonz. He's been in the game before, but not as an unlockable character. So it's kind of weird that they let this character be unlocked during Christmas instead of Halloween. But whatever, Konami, you do what you got to do. Today, I'm going to be using a farming deck just to show you guys so you can get the most out of this event. This is the first deck that I've seen. Someone actually tweeted at me this morning. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. Actually, I am going to. Nasser Al-Mesafari. I butchered it. Thank you so much for sending me this deck on Twitter. Of course, if you guys have any other farming decks that you want me to feature on the channel, send them, because I know not everyone is going to have Labyrinth Builder. This deck revolves around using the Paradox Brothers and using Labyrinth Builder. So please know that I don't have any other farming decks right now. If you guys, the Shady people, have some you want to send out to me on Twitter, just tweet them at me, use the hashtag deckcheck, and I can feature them on the channel in another video. But this one was submitted by Twitter user right here. Basically, it's a pretty common farm idea where you use Labyrinth Builders to get a 3000 defense monster in the field, and if your opponent can't do anything about it, they just can't do anything, and you deck them out. The crazy thing about Bonz is, though, is that he mills himself out pretty fast. So you need to run 3 Pot of Benevolence. It's necessary in order to complete this farm. The rest of the deck is pretty standard. You run a Fiend, Mega Cyber, and a Vassal, so that on the last turn you could special summon this and normal summon this, go for your double union attack, and go for a game. Your Labyrinth Builder, your Labyrinth Wall rather, you use Shield and Sword to make it 3000 attack. You do that before you summon anything, but we'll go over that once we jump into the farm. Now this farm is it's pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna run through it. You only run 5 traps, and you never set more than 1 trap. You just use these traps in order to resummon your Labyrinth wall in case it ever gets killed. Realistically, Bonz only has one way to kill it. He runs 1 Tribute to the Doomed, and either one of these, Puzzle Reborn or Burst Rebirth, are going to get it back for you, and you should be good. So you have to open up with one of those. You have to have one of those in your hand before you actually do Labyrinth Builder. So it's not perfect. It's not a perfect farming deck, I don't think. I haven't lost with it yet, but we're gonna go over it right now, and we're also gonna go over the rewards that you get for Bonz. Now there's 2 new cards, or 3 new cards that were added this time around. Ghostrick Stein cannot be normal summoned unless you control a Ghostrick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add 1 Ghostrick spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So this lets you thin out your deck. It's a 1600 zombie that can only be summoned, can only be normal summoned while you control a Ghostrick monster. It means that you can special summon it without having one. I believe, if I'm reading that right. Ghostrick Witch, who is so cute, cannot be normal summoned unless you control a Ghostrick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and change the face. So you can go ahead and put something in face down defense position on your opponent's side of the field. Really good against Sergeant Electros. Really good against a whole mess load of things. Way too many to list all off. And then Ghostrick Vanish. This is pretty much the trap card. It's such a cool looking art. Reveal 1 Ghostrick monster in your hand. This turn, Ghostrick cards you control and face down defense monsters you control cannot be targeted by or be destroyed by card effects. So really good to turn off all destruction on card effects. You can chain it to a Tribute to the Doomed or something of that nature. So it's a really nice trap. And then Skull Servant was also added to his list. I believe they were just added, or maybe I really never got any, I'm not sure. But it was added because one of Bonz's level up cards is going to be a new, it's going to be a card that he uses that gains 1000 attack for every Skull Servant in the grave. So we're going to go, this is actually a level 30 Bonz. Are you kidding me? I actually don't know if this will work for level 30, but we're going to do it. This is the other unfortunate thing about this event. Bonz only shows up once in a while. Now, by doing the Duelathon, that's how you unlock him. And as you work your way through the Duelathon, like his main event, he will show up at very specific times. So you guys can see, we have both Puzzle Reborn and we have a Shard of Greed. So this is gonna be easy. We're gonna be able to activate Labyrinth Builder. I don't need Shield and Sword till the end game, and I don't need Union Attack till the end game. So we're gonna get our Labyrinth Wall. I'm gonna activate Shard of Greed, and I'm going to set my Puzzle Reborn. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, because this is a farm deck for level 40, not for level 30. So it's gonna be interesting to see if this works. We're gonna find out together. He's just setting 3, which is great for us. Now, obviously, you have a better chance of getting better rewards at a level 40. But since he's here, I advise you, if this deck works for both, just farm Bonz every time he shows up. If you're going for those Ghostrick cards. For me, I really would love to get those Ghostrick cards. You may not need all the cards in here. And there's also a possibility that he might actually have a trap that can answer, they can actually answer what we want to do. So you might have to change this deck and put in anti-magic arrows. That's totally possible. We'll find out together right now, though. This will be a lesson learned either way. All right, so you want to hold on to the Fiend Mega Cyber. I still don't want to set 2 cards. I'm going to get rid of Burst Rebirth because we already have Puzzle Reborn. That's good to go. And this Bonz is not milling himself out, so we really don't got to worry about keeping our Pot of Benevolences. We really don't at all. Once again, we'll go ahead and we'll discard 1 Pot of Benevolence. I'm going to get rid of a Puzzle Reborn because I already have 1 set, and then I'm going to get rid of a Gravedigger because he's not doing anything. Okay, sets a 2nd card. I have a feeling this farm is not going to work. It makes me sad. I guess I'm going to get rid of a Gravedigger. I really don't want to set a 2nd card. Zombie World! Oh. Okay, he did a couple things. Pretty interesting. I have 3,200 defense though now, thanks to this card gains attack. I don't know why I have 3,200 defense. I actually couldn't tell you. I'm just gonna end my turn. Maybe this farm will work. Maybe he doesn't have any defensive traps even at level 30. He's starting to discard the Skull Servants, which is a little scary. I don't want to set anything, so I'm gonna have to discard Pot of Benevolence. Hopefully he doesn't bite me in the butt. He tribute summons. What is he tributing? Does it have an animation? Is it Pumpkin King? It is Pump King. I've never seen this! That's awesome. Okay. So, he gets stronger and stronger. It doesn't really matter, though, for us. We can discard Puzzle Rebirth. And now we'll see next turn what's what. Right now, we'll see what's what. So, this is very important. Even if it's level 40 farm, change this to attack position. Use Shield and Sword before you summon anything else. If you summon your Fiend Mega Cyber first, you'll screw up the farm and you won't get 10k points. I only am stressing that because I did that my very first time doing the farm. I still got 7,300 points, but it wasn't everything that you want in the world, you know? You need a few glossies in order to do this, I believe. I could be wrong, actually. Actually, I don't think you need glossies. So let's see if this works or if that face down is going to stop us. If it is, I would just suggest taking a Pot of Benevolence out and putting in a anti-magic arrows. But it's not going to, so you can use this same deck to farm both level 30 and level 40. Beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. Let's see if we can snag any super rare cards. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to run into a Bonz level 40 for you guys. Come on, give us that shiny pack. Give us that shiny pack. I know it's level 30. Nothing. We got a Goldie, though. We got a Goldie, and it's the new card. We got a Ghostrick Vanish. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's why I'm saying I think you guys should do it. Plus, I would just farm him because you don't. This event is lasting till when? The 20. Is it lasting till Christmas? Keep dueling and Bonz will appear. So the 27th. Okay, so 2 days after Christmas. What I'm gonna do really quick is I am going to do some auto duels off screen so that I can get another Bonz for you guys. Don't go anywhere. All right, so Konami is a pretty cheeky company because Bonz appeared for me exactly 11 duels after. So I was forced to use 2 dual orbs during that little break. In order to, and I'm working on YuGiOh right now just mainly because I want to get this little cute little guy. I really like him. I really like him. This card is tributed. Draw 1 card from monster you control. Be destroyed by battle. You can banish this card from your graveyard instead. I really like that. I think it's an underrated card and it's adorable. So I want to grab it. But besides that, let's go ahead. Let's grab our Paradox Brothers again. And I didn't even check if he's level 40. Oh, please be level 40. No! All right, well, I just wasted a whole bunch of time. I'll be back in a little bit. So I'm jumping in real quick because I am doing this farm, and I just want to show you guys, Gravedigger is still important against level 30, so don't get rid of all of them. I actually had discarded 2 of them, but he just sent a Bacon Saver to the grave, which if you don't have a Pot of Benevolence or Gravedigger on your last turn, you won't be able to get rid of it. Now, it's not my last turn, but I just wanted to get rid of it because I'm pretty sure at this point his deck only has 1 because we didn't see it. And I had to either play a card or discard a card, so I wanted to just play it. I'm gonna finish up this farm with you guys, and we're gonna see what rewards we get, and then hopefully I'll be able to jump into a level 40 farm. Now, it is exactly the same, but I really want to show it. I really want to show it to you guys. So hopefully we can do that. There's no reason to play the Shard Degree because I only have 1 card left in my deck, so I can't play it. And here we go. Okay, last turn. Once again, we're going over this last turn. Switch to attack mode. Shield and Sword. Even if you don't switch to attack mode, shield and sword will still work. I just like to, I build habits. I'm a habit builder. Summon this. Summon Vassal after the Fiend Mega Cyber. Play Secret Pass. Give it right here. Then Union Attack, obviously, both for our Vassal. And hopefully, once again, there's nothing set that could do anything crazy. We don't know. There might be for level 30, and he just didn't have it last time. That's a possibility, but then again, he drew like his whole deck. So he's got nothing. He's a clown. He's a fool. He's a goon. He's a goblin, actually. He's not a goon. Okay, let's see what we got. What are we gonna get for this farm? What does this card do? Anti. Whoa! Lost Guardian. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's see what we got. Can we get a, not a prismatic, can we get a super, can we get a, nope. I thought for a second that was it, but it wasn't. You guys can see we still get 8K points, obviously. We got another Ghostrick skeleton, which we don't need. I already have 3 of. And now it's back to auto dueling for me because keep dueling and Bonz will appear. All right, Konami's not as big of a troll as I thought. That one only took 7. Only took 7 for him to appear. So you know what? You know what? I take my words back. I love you, Konami. You're a great company. Actually, to be honest, Konami, this is the best. I don't want to call it a gacha game, but it's the best. It might just be the best mobile game that I've played personally, especially in this genre. So this Bonz icon was bigger on the overworld, so I'm hoping that means it's level 40. Yes. All right. So finally, it's level 40. You guys can see that the cards you can get are reduced by a butt ton, which means you have a better chance of getting the cards you want. Let's go in. Hopefully, let's not fail this farm, considering that it took us. So that means that 50% of the time so far, it has been a level 40 for me. 50% of the time. Now I'm going second, which I actually prefer with this duelist, I should say. Painful decision, which means that Skull Servant's going to the grave and a Skull Servant's going to hand. I just want to make Bonz' level 40 deck and bring it on the ladder. To be honest with you, I really want to do that in a video upcoming. That's a new idea that I want to do. I just want to take level 40 duelists and use their decks on the ladder and see how bad they are. We're going to activate our skill. We know we don't need Union Attack and we don't need the Fiend Mega Cyber until the end game. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to play a Shard of Greed, and then we are going to set Burst Rebirth. I wish it was puzzle, but it's not. It means we're going to pay our life points. I'm not going to get too scared by this. Gozuki is going to mill a King of the Skull Servants. This is the card I was talking about, whose attack becomes 1,000 times the amount of Skull Servants in the grave. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm actually going to banish 2 of those Skull Servants ASAP, because if he has another Gozuki, he can actually get this to 4,000 attack if I don't do this. So we're going to banish those. Be gone! And then here we go. He's gonna. This is what I meant by he mills himself out. This is why you need those Pot of Benevolences, because you don't really have a way to get rid of his gosh darn Gozuki once it's on the field in this deck. So it just mills himself out. But with Shards of Greed, as long as you draw them semi-appropriately, you should be okay. The other thing I highly advise is with Gravedigger Ghoul, only banish when he has 2 monsters you can banish. Don't banish a spell or trap, because really those are the things you want to send back into his deck. With Pot of Benevolence, you don't really want to send back monsters because he's able to just mill those monsters again with Gozuki, and it becomes an endless cycle. You guys can see he just milled the Gozuki. He's not going to activate Gozuki though. He ends his turn. He only has 6 cards left in deck, so I'm hoping we can draw a Pot of Benevolence here. We can't, but that's okay. We're just going to end our turn. We're just going to end our turn. This might end up being a failed farm. Looking at it, it's going to be close. We do draw a Pot of Benevolence. That's great. We're going to discard. Remember, the first things you want to discard are your traps. Discard those traps first. I'm really surprised he hasn't used his Tribute to the Doomed yet. I guess he hasn't drawn it. Yeah, he hasn't drawn it yet. Wow. Okay, so you do have a Gravedigger Ghoul. We're going to go ahead, and I'm not going to Ghoul because you guys can see how low he is on cards. I would rather send back. I really wish he would use Tribute to the Doomed. You don't really want to send back Tribute to the Doomed anyway, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and send back his Painful Decision and a Goblin Zombie. And now at this point, we should be fine. We should be able to just Pot of Benevolence. He sets a card. Okay, so now he's not going to use Tribute to the Doomed at all. You guys can see that he didn't actually go for the Gozuki effect, maybe because maybe the AI thinks I'm low on cards, or he drew his monsters. I don't know. But you guys see we have 4. I have 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna Pot of Benevolence him here. we're just gonna send back Azuki and Goblin Zombie. I think that's only our second Pot of Benevolence, so we do have another one if we need it. It's in our deck somewhere. But he's not activating Azuki anymore. He's given up. He's given up. So you guys can see the farm is super, super simple. I'm sure there are other farms that exist out there as well. But this is the one that I was using. Do I want to use Gravedigger? No, I don't want to use Gravedigger. Just in case for some freak reason I do need to use my Pot of Benevolence. Right now it doesn't look like I should. He should end his turn. We go to 2. There's our Pot of Benevolence. We could actually activate it if we want. But there's literally no reason. So let's just discard it. He ends his turn. We have our turn, and this is a successful farm. So let's go ahead, activate Shield and Sword. I always want to say Sword and Shield. Special summon your Fiend Mega Cyber. Summon your Vassal. Go for that Secret Passage. And double Union attack, and let's see if we can get some. See if we can get some of these SRs, man. Bonz is easy to farm, but since he's not sitting there all the time, that's one of the reasons why I'm assuming they made him easy to farm. I'm not complaining about it, Konami. I am not complaining about him being easy to farm. We need this. We need this right now. I will be doing another Bonz video probably tomorrow. I'm gonna try to unlock Bonz tonight, and then we're gonna go over all of his reward cards together. And then if there's any other farms that come up over the day, I'm gonna go ahead and show them in that video as best I can. Obviously, Bonz only shows it once in a while, so I'll at least go over the decks. I might not be able to use them all, but tweet them at me if you find any, if you discover any, or if someone else does. I have no problem crediting people for their farms. I just want to get it out into the community as quick as possible so everyone can make the most of this event. We got a Skull Servant. Oh boy, we do need 3 of him, so you know what? Kudos, we got that. We got nothing else. So this sucks. This sucks butts. You guys can see right here. Once you get right here, that's when you unlock Bonz. So I'll probably get there tonight while I'm auto dueling away and then farming away. But that's gonna be for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. We did get our cumulative reward of 1 Ghostrick Stein. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to show some shady love to that thumbs down below. Hit subscribe if you do enjoy Duel Links and the shadiest of penguins. I really would appreciate that. Have yourselves a fantastic day. But above all else, keep it shady.